think you're ticked when your pizza's late? How would you like to have lost $1 billion from a pizza company? Joining us right now is a man who is a success despite losing a chunk of money, because he is the guy who invented the cheese in your crust. Joining us right now is Anthony, the Big Cheese Mongiello, CEO of Formaggio Cheese. Explain what happened with Pizza Hut.
I'd love to. You know what? They say old good creations, they happen by accident, and so did this one.
Uh-huh.
I created this when I was 18 years old, and it came by me putting too much dough in the crust before I cooked the pizza. And I'm not a pizza guy. I'm a cheese guy. So I had a good understanding in my mind how thin the bottom should be, and I bought the dough from a bakery. So those doughs were a little small, so I put two together because I like everything big.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when the crust cooked, I'm going to tell you, it was a remarkable experience. It blew up to where it looked like a dough ball, like a zeppoli or a calzone on the end of the pizza.
Uh-huh.
But there was nothing wrong with it. So I ate it. But as I bit into the crust, this dough, I said, if there was something inside here, this would be incredible. And just so you know, that's how stuffed crust pizza was truly born.
You lost an estimated $1 billion and more for financial compensation for discovering this, which we all love, by the way. Well done.
It's a great product, and I sent it to Pizza Hut twice. Not once, twice. And I did that because I wanted to get a big company like Pizza Hut interested in it, because they had over 8,000 outlets at the time. And I thought this was something revolutionary that would really create a new aspect of the pizza industry. So I contacted them. But here's where I went wrong. When I started out, I had to go to an attorney, and I had to have them do a search of existing patents and trademarks to make sure my patent and my trademark, by the way, called Stuff in the Crust Pizza, would not infringe any existing patents or trademarks.
Mm-hmm.
We did that.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, there was nothing like it that was ever patented before. So my lawyer gives me his professional opinion, and we forge forward. My patent number is 4661361, and it was issued to me. And the reality is that once that happened, Pizza Hut, knowing I wanted to sell them the product, I sent them a copy of the patent. They took the patent and went to their attorneys. Now, once you receive that patent number, your patent file becomes what's called public domain, public knowledge. Anybody can open it and read it. And what Pizza Hut chose to do, instead of calling me and saying, Anthony, look, you know what, we decided we like the idea, we want to move forward, let's try and make a deal, they figured, you know what, we're going to take this idea, we're going to go to our attorneys, which is what they did, and they tried to figure out a subtle change that they could use to try and get around the patent.
We're talking with Anthony, the Big Cheese Mongiello. He's CEO of Formaggio Cheese, and the guy who invented the stuffed crust pizza, he just didn't make the money off of it. So, Anthony, let me ask you this. What advice do you have for people when they get a great idea to make sure that they protect themselves and they wind up with the billion, not looking back?
When you have a good concept, number one, never doubt yourself. Take it to the full hilt. Try and protect yourself, and do apply for a patent. I'm not saying that's wrong, but as soon as you receive a patent pending status, rush to market. You need to be first in the market. If you're not first, you're last. If you do it under a patent pending status, no one can steal or knock off your idea in fear of patent infringement, because they will not be able to read what's inside the folder.
Anthony, the Big Cheese Mongiello, CEO of Formaggio Cheese. Thank you so much for being with us, joining us from Hurleyville, New York tonight.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Well, Democrats and Republicans from New York and New Jersey are ticked off. The Speaker of the House, nobody seemed more ticked off than Chris Christie, the governor of New Jersey, a Republican, by the way, laying blame on Speaker John Boehner and the House GOP for failing to pass Sandy disaster relief.
It's been 66 days, and the wait continues. There's only one group to blame for the continued suffering of these innocent victims: the House majority and their Speaker, John Boehner.
Well, after the New Jersey governor spoke, all of a sudden the Speaker changed his mind, and he says there will be a vote. It's going to be happening on Friday. 2 votes, as a matter of fact, on Sandy relief, only a fraction of the larger $60 billion package. The first one is going to be dealing with flood insurance for regions impacted by Sandy. And then Congress will be voting on $51 billion when Congress reconvenes on January 15th. You don't mess with the governor of New Jersey. 35 after the hour, we're going to look at the fiscal cliff deal and what lies ahead for Washington and your paycheck. That and more ahead on the Daily Wrap.